Alright, I'm back. Had to follow my unupload. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna crash. Dude, get some rest if you can, like... Alright. So... Alright, let's look at this. So if you look at this, you guys, if you know any... some of you probably do know about, like, doing gesture poses and all that stuff and everything like that. So usually when you want to break down a pose from, like, a reference or something, you want to look at the gesture of the direction that the character is in. So if you look at how she's standing right here, it looks like overall her body is going like this. So it's like going in this direction, right? So that's like the primary gesture direction that we have. If you look really, really closely, there's another one too. It's one right here where the shoulders are. So we know that overall, the flow of this pose in this picture is basically this right here, right? So with that in mind, I was looking at some other different shape breakdowns and stuff like that. So probably one of the best ways to start. So let's lighten this up a little bit. Let's get a darker blue. So let's find these triangles. So triangles are a really good way to like break down shapes and in the body and everything like that. So one of the biggest triangles I can see right off the bat is in the torso right here. Okay. So right off the bat, we have a triangle right here that it represents the torso pretty well. Another triangle I can see, since this is a female form, we go across here, up here, and right here. So there's another triangle right there. Now, if you look at it closely, you see how our triangles, they are going in that direction of the overall gesture of the pose, right? Good to point out that there is a curve. Just because she's not bending, it doesn't mean that she's aligned. Exactly, Zach, exactly. So we got those two basic shapes. So that basically makes up the mid part of the body, right? Another triangle that I can see right now is within this leg right here. So what you want to really do is you want to focus on all the larger bits, and then you want to slice it down into smaller bits as you go on. So here we got the leg right here, right? This is another triangle. And we got another one right here. Now, if you look closely at this, whoops, there's another gesture in how her knees are. So, like, they kind of like do this kind of thing. Oh, wrong direction. I can't see. It's like this. So it's still going along that same direction, if you can see. And if you notice, like, this foot is like more back this way a little bit. So that's because she's leaning most of her weight on this leg right here, it seems. So now that we got that, there's another triangle that you can find in these shoulders right here. If I could get the right color. 1, 2, 3. Just finding these simple shapes. Breaking it down. Oh, see, this is a funny triangle. So this triangle right here, it's actually in here, right here. So it's more like a, like that kind of triangle. Then we could potentially find another triangle here. Another one here. Right? And then we got another one here. So see, it's just the most simple of the simplest Simple, 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 simple shapes. That arm is made of, I saw some sleeve triangle. It was funny because like I was trying to find these pictures and I was trying to make sure I found a character that like the majority of their body was exposed and not like with clothes or sleeves and all that stuff and everything. Okay. And if you look at her hand right here, the overall shape of her hand is also doing like this triangle shape, right? This one is too, but it's a little more complex. So if you see, there's one line here. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. So there's one line, one side of the triangle here, one side here, and then one side here. Right? My triangles are looking fire. Let's see later. Okay, and like if you want to get like where the partition of the legs are, where the crotch is, there's a triangle here. 2. And her underwear makes it a lot easier to see that triangle, right? But we want to keep simple shapes, right? So keep it simple like that. There are triangles in her knees, so you can make a triangle here. So I'm actually coming out a little bit, if you can tell. So I'm trying to like focus on where her kneecap is. More so right in here. And right here. Actually, I forgot this one goes a little bit lower because of the way she's leaning. So just keep in mind, so like, so just a little bit of a dip, not too steep. Sorry, just a little bit of a dip right here. And then there are also triangles in. Is there a name for like this entire? I think it's like it's like this is your calf and this is your shin. I don't know if there's like a name for like the whole part of your leg, but the bottom part of her leg. So we're gonna find this triangle right here, right? And we'll find our other triangle here. Now you see these triangles are a little different. So if you look at the way her leg is going, the shape of it right here, it's doing like this gesture motion right here, right? So like this is one of the smaller gestures that you will see. So it's going like that and it's going like that. This one is going more like this though, right? So you find that direction. When you start doing your triangle, the primary side or the most side you want to the biggest side that you want to focus on is where this curve is going to be. So like this is like the biggest part of this triangle right here, or this side, sorry. So you see how it comes out a little bit right here, and then it's going to go straight down right here. So that little part that's extending out right there, that's going to be representative of that curve. And this one is more centered because like her calf isn't coming out as far because of the way she's standing, right? Google Translate says lower leg. All right, we will call it the lower leg. I just call it the bottom part. It's just the calf, but like I said, it makes up both the calf and the shin. Yeah, so just lower leg, I guess. All right, so definitely keep that in mind. Like there are also like sub gestures and stuff like that too. So, but what we're doing right now is we're breaking down like all the major parts. So then there's another triangle right here in the foot. Just like that. And right here. Whoa. And see this triangle right here, the tip of this triangle actually touches. I'm gonna post this reference up in the Discord too for you guys as well, all right? So don't feel like you have to follow along with, I mean, actually, Well, if you guys do want to follow along, I'm sorry, I should have did this earlier. Let me post this picture for you guys. My bad. I'm gonna go through it again one more time just to make sure you guys get the gist of it. But where are we? So I am going to post this in the I'm gonna make a new channel in the artist wing called Power Art Challenge. All right. And then I'm going to post it in there, and that's where we will also post our stuffs. All right, so I have uploaded the reference to the Power Art Challenge channel. You guys can download that as you will. You can follow along, or you can just wait it and just watch what I'm doing. I'm going to go over this again once more so that you guys understand it fully. You're gonna need bone PTSD kicking it. Yeah, I think that's the reason why bones are shaped that way. Because they best represent it. But, yeah, alright. So, this triangle right here is gonna touch this side right here, right? Because, like, there's another gesture here. So, if you can see, there's the one from the leg that's going like this. And there's also one going right here, ever so slightly where the foot is. So the whole line is doing like a type motion, you can see. And I actually goofed on this other foot right here. Actually, no, it's not bad. Never mind. I was wrong. Okay. Alright. And then, there's another triangle you can find right here. But this one is going to be a little more detached. Similar how we had this one right here. Just like that. This triangle's a little weird right here. But you can, basically, we're going to have to like, this is where a little perspective comes in, alright? So we're gonna have to go like this. Something like that, alright? Because even though like her toe comes out here, the overall shape right here... Actually, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I found another triangle. See, you're always exploring, you're always learning. There's another triangle that we could use. We could use this one. We could connect right here. That might be a little easier to understand. That way it goes with the fan of the toes right here. Just like that. So yeah, that'll be a lot easier to break down basically. Alright, so then we could go up to the head. And you can actually see like a bit of a triangle right in her neck right here. Just a bit. But the neck is a little weirder, so I'm gonna leave that alone right now, so we won't worry about that. But let's just go to the head. So you can find this triangle in her head right here. It's kind of like this. So this is a little weird, but bear with me. Because we're going to end up breaking this down later, so we could just use a triangle right now, because like this is like the overall. But just bear with me for now. Toe Doritos. The body made of Doritos, boys, come on. Alright. I mean, yeah, we could put this triangle here too. We'll do that. We'll do it. Yeah. For the neck. Alright, so if you take the picture away, we got our basic pose structure, you see? This is the basic simplification of all the poses, all of the shapes and everything. Now, the quartzing Tarantino Doritos. This is looking great. All right, so now now that we have all of our basic big large shapes done, we can start breaking it down into like more simplistic shapes. Not simplistic, sorry. Smaller, more complex shapes, right? So I'm gonna lighten this up a bit. I'm gonna go get red. So if you go right here where her side is, there are actually 2 triangles here. So there are 2 smaller triangles. So there's one here. You can probably see it already a little bit. Right here. And right here, where this pinch of her hip is. See that? I'm gonna do this for a male figure too, as well. To let you guys see. Just in case if you want to draw a male character. Then we got another triangle here, right? Then we got another one right here. It's more like this though. So I actually could have made this triangle a little wider, but it's okay. Like, remember what I said before, like a lot of this stuff just serves as guides. It's just help you to get like an overall understanding. You can tweak and push and pull any of these bits all you want, all right? As long as if it looks better to you in a certain way, then by all means do it. So the overall shape here is like this, right? It's not as much of a triangle. So I'm going to get into more. Oh, friend news. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you are well. Hope you are having a great day. So I'm going to start bringing in some other shapes, all right? So where her side is right here. T Tiger, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you today? Hope you are well. Hope you are having a fantastic Sunday. All right. So, whoa. Latte Mio, hello. How are you today? Hope you are doing well. Man says friend nudes. Friend. Is that not how to say it? I'm sorry. Oh, fried nudes. Oh my lord, I'm so sorry, fried. Okay, so everyone here knows that I'm like dyslexic. I can't like read what I look at, apparently. I always goof stuff like that. Fried nudes. Much apologies, my friend. Many apologies. I'm dreadfully sorry for mispronouncing your name. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys something. There's a triangle here. And there's another triangle here. Now if you look, these 2 triangles actually form a rectangle, right? Why would you fry nudes? Just normal, bro, come on. Nudes from your friends, yes. But if you guys see, like I could have straight up went right into doing like a rectangle here. But even within that rectangle, there are the triangles. But that forms that one big rectangle, right? Because it's a good business. I mean, I have no idea, so I will leave that in your court. We'll break down this head a little bit more too. So there are a couple spots here. So there's actually a triangle up here too. There is also another triangle, like right here, like an inner triangle for like where her face is. You got a triangle here. It's like polygons almost. Like if you think about it, like with the old video games and stuff, a lot of times they use like polygons and stuff like this to like break down characters and their designs and all that. And like how to like actually make their 3D models and all that stuff. In this torso again, there's another triangle. There's actually another triangle right here, where the shoulder will connect with the rest of it. And another one here. And this is where you would get that, if you guys are familiar with like that, that more diamond shape that some people use when they draw torsos and stuff, like that. So as you can see, as we're breaking it down, like we're starting to get that shape, right? Yeah, if you use this triangle or rectangle method, you can light and shade your figures based on the planes. Yeah, a lot like how low poly models would look. Yeah, it's funny because like when I was doing this, I was like, yo. The more you know, I came here to learn about art and I learned about business ideas. So this is that triangle again for her neck, right? Again, we got this triangle for her arm here. So I'm showing you guys again, basically what we went over already. Got this triangle here. And if you look ever so closely, well, where her, this part where her arm jets out right here, there's another sliver of a triangle right there. And then there's another one right here. So that's where you get that cylinder or a rectangle shape for the arm. You see that? It's another triangle here. Find them triangles. See that? There's another triangle right here too. So if you look, these are the more complex triangles that you can find. And as you find these triangles, your shape, the shape of your object starts to be more and more defined. Right? We go over here. Find our triangle again here. Find her another triangle here. And same principle as before, remember? There's a smaller triangle right here. You see that? It's hiding right there. Thought it could get away, but nope. And there's another triangle here. And there's another one here. Like where her arm jets out and stuff. See? Like they're everywhere. They're just hiding everywhere. Right in plain sight. Those are the Gaines triangles. Thank you for the knowledge, by the way, Zach. I love you dropping that knowledge down on the chat. Help your brother out. I hope this is helping so far. If you guys have any questions so far, please type it out. Let me know. And I will stop and I will try to explain. So, see, we got another triangle there. Look at that one. Hiding. Just hiding right there. The whole time, just hiding. They're everywhere. And this is our hand triangle here. Right? But if you look ever so closely, you got you another one here. And you got you another one here. See that? They're just hiding all over the place. All over the place. No problem at all. Gesture and trying to make stuff look more natural has been my 2020 art journey. I think that's my goal too. So I think I'm like trying to like take a complete step back and just like relearn all of this stuff and just like practice. Whoops. So remember our triangle that we found before right here, guys? Well, if you look ever so closely, you got another one hiding right there. And there's another one hiding right there. So a lot of this is like you have to develop the eye to like spot these shapes and everything like that. But as you can see, as we build this out, we're starting to get like more of a form. You see that? It's not like just blocky triangles anymore. Let's go with this triangle city. It's funny because like there's actually smaller ones here as well. And here. Because this is where the pinches and the pinches would be in your like your hips and everything like that. But again, here's our triangle for our hand right here. And it might be a little hard to see, so I'm gonna beef up the picture a little bit right there. Just so we can make it out a little better. But where her fingers are right here, we got us another triangle. You see that? Hatton right there. Right there. Same with her thumb right here. We got another triangle. Right there. Look at that. They think they slick. They think they slick, but we found them, right? We're finding them. I'm gonna fill these on in right here. So like these are the triangles that we had before, if you remember. I just haven't filled them in yet. For the hips. The hips. But hey guys, what do you see right here? Do you see a triangle there? Potentially two triangles maybe? It's a big boy triangle right here. That was hiding. But we also got a triangle, a deeper triangle, like right here. And right. There's actually more than I realized. So we also got one right here. And we also got an even deeper one right here. So you can get really, really in there. It can get really, really complex. I'm starting to see triangles everywhere. See, so you're developing that eye. That's really good. That's really good. So it's trying to like see all of this complexity and junk just from looking at something, right? Breaking it down. So one thing that I started doing when I first started out drawing and I started to like be conscious of, when I would be like just sitting out, like say if I was waiting for someone or if I was in like a waiting room somewhere or just out and about, I would start like looking at people and like just like breaking down like the shapes that their body is making and stuff like that. Not even trying to do this, I would just do it subconsciously. It's really weird. It's a really weird feeling. But when you start doing that, try to like take note of it and try to like remember all of those shapes and everything like that, and then see if you can go and draw it later. Don't be a weirdo though. Don't like just stare at people and make it obvious. And I like V is doing get the big triangle shapes first and then break it down. Exactly. It's all about breaking it into smaller chunks. Triangleception. I'm going to dream about triangles. I dream of triangles. Every single point. So, as we were. So, our other triangle from before. Remember we had this one? For like where the legs connect to the crotch and the hips. right? Like, there's more and more triangles I'm able to see here, but I'm not going to get too complex with you guys. I'll let you guys experiment and see. But if you look, like, indirectly, we created one big triangle, right? But, like, indirectly, we created these guys also, right? I don't know if you guys saw that at all. They were hiding. It's like the Triforce, right? It's the Triforce right there. Alright. So, as you saw before, these are our triangles that we made for the legs. Just reiterating over those. But if you look ever so closely, ever so close, Darby a triangle. Darby another. Look at that. So now that leg looks more like a leg, right? It looks like a cylinder. Or like a rectangle, right? Same over here. And right here. Oh, I should probably do it like that. Sorry. So guys, if you're having trouble hearing, if the music is too loud, please let me know. Priest. Pretty priest. Alright, look at that. Look at that. We getting complex shapes up in here. Though the Triforce, every side is the same. Alright. I mean, semantics, right? Alright. So moving on from there. We got our knees, right? There's a little more complexity here if you can see it. So there's actually a triangle here. Hatton right there. There's another one here. There's actually a bigger one here. It's like that. Now this looks a little weird right here. There's actually it's actually a triangle here. And there's also one here. But I'm just gonna combine these two just to keep it simple, right? But you can be as complex as you want to. Do it to the point where you feel comfortable, alright? There's another one here. Look at that. And then I wish my current art teacher would do this in class. They just kind of leave us to our own devices. Yeah, I feel like everyone's teaching style is really different. But this helps me learn. Like, I have to have things really, really simplistically broken down. And I feel like a lot of teachers, like, I had this problem when I was in college and I was in my programming classes. Like, I felt like the teacher was so advanced that he was to the point where he was incapable of dumbing it down for, like, beginners like me. And I don't know. Like, I don't say they're any less talented or anything like that. They just don't know how to, like, explain things to certain people. And everybody learns differently, so it really depends, you know? But I'm glad you're getting value out of this. I hope you are, at least. So these are our triangles from before, right? But if you look ever so closely... Actually, I'm gonna do this one too. We're gonna do the one for the foot, the ball of the foot. Because there's some other... It'll make it a little easier to see. Alright. So, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like a triangle right here. It's hiding right here. That's a big long triangle right there. There's also one right here. But this can also be broken up even lower than that. So there's potentially a triangle here and here. But you don't have to get that. Go to where you're comfortable. I cannot stress that enough. Don't feel like you have to get like this complex with it. If you are good with the simpler shapes and you can make something with it, by all means, jump right in. But this is just to help you guys like develop a really strong understanding of like how all these parts can be broken down when you have a pose. Cup of coffee. Thank you for the host. Much appreciated. I mean, yeah, semantics, but I know since I carry it everywhere. Okay. Fair enough. Same with my high school art classes. Yeah, unfortunately. I was gonna say, wait. Some people are great artists, but horrible teachers. Yeah. There are others that are great at both. I was gonna say it is smart to at least go into the blue secondary triangles. What, these guys right here? Like I said, it's up to you. Like, if you can find more, break it down if you want to. Like, it's like there are potentially others here. Like this is where your heel would be. So there will be another one here actually. Go as deep as you need to. And then you get more practice. Yeah, exactly. And then we have this triangle here for our foot, right? The Dorito method. We got our other one here. Okay. Now if you look where her toes are coming out, that's potentially another triangle, right? Right there. See that? Here's a small one right here, very, very tiny. But we caught it, right? We saw it. You could potentially use like the arc of her foot right here. That's another triangle. And you can actually get rid of that part down there, but we'll leave it for now. If you look ever so closely where this part of her toe is that comes out, we got more triangles, right? Same here. Look at that. So if we turn our thing off, doesn't that look more like a form? See how that looks more detailed or more clear, I guess I should say, not detailed. If you want to break it down even more than that, there's also like, there's another triangle right here. And right here. And this would be like where her rib cage would start, kinda. But you see, after doing that, well, we created this triangle, just breaking it down.